What up bros, I'm Frank. This is a video review of the Nerf Doomlands Longarm. This blaster is a spring-powered, cylinder-fed blaster that holds 5 darts in the Doomlands line. Like a really big, bulky strong arm with -1 capacity. Let's get into the review. Included is the blaster itself, a few white elite darts, as well as the instructions. So now going over the externals and the function in a bit more detail, starting up with the front. It does not have an in-strike attachment nozzle up front. Pretty regular in the Doomlands line. Up top is a tactical rail in the front, but there's no rail back here. Kind of a weird place for a scope optic, but this is a pretty weird blaster. Moving back to the cylinder, this holds 5 darts, and to load it up, you push this little button, and the cylinder will pop out like that. Then you can just slide in your darts similar to a strong arm or a Maverick or any of those blasters. Pop it back in and you're ready to go. Up top is the priming handle. Now you're primed ready. Trigger pull is pretty normal. This blaster does not have slam fire, so single fire only. Bummer. Again, no tactical rail up there, but those rails on top of the priming handles are always weird anyway since you can't really get to it if anything's there, so no big deal. The grip is pretty comfortable. It has a nice design. It is a little bit smaller than some, but underneath it has another lanyard mount down here. Blaster also has cool transparent orange on one side, like the Desolator blaster, so when you're priming back and pulling the trigger, you can kind of see the mechanics go. I think it's pretty cool. If you're a tinkerer or whatever and you like to watch mechanics work, I think I dig that. Pretty simple blaster to operate, but again, you front load, pull back, ready to go. Again, no slam fire. Here's the firing. Firing this blaster is what you should expect. I didn't have any jams or malfunctions, but it's a pretty simple blaster. I put this blaster up on my chronograph and I got an average velocity of about 63 feet per second with Nerf Elite darts, which is a little bit below the 70 FPS par right now in the Nerf Elite line. So it shoots a little bit softer with power and range compared to most other Nerf blasters right now. To my opinion on the Longarm, honestly, I don't really recommend this blaster to anybody who's a performance nerfer. I think it looks really cool, so if you like to do dress up, cosplay, anything like that, it looks cool and unique. I really dig those long pistol things, like if you put a giant scope on there and you're some type of sniper with a pistol, I think it's pretty cool, but it's a really big strong arm. So if you're into this type of blaster, a strong arm has +1 capacity, and it's a little smaller profile, easier to use, or a hammer shot, which has the same capacity and you can use it with one hand, so you can buy 2 and dual wield like a boss. So personally, I don't see any place in my loadout for any scenario for the long arm, but again, I didn't have jams, malfunctions, anything to complain about in particular, so if you're into this type of blaster, really big excessive things, I mean shoot, even if you built a holster for it and just walked around with it, as far as the badass factor goes, it would crank it up quite a bit. And if you're running like a Desolator as your primary color combo, so style points bonus, badass bonus, so your swag and like street cred points would be pretty high there. So as far as like that stuff goes, maybe the long arm might be for you, but a performance nerfer, probably not. Pretty simple blaster, so hopefully I provided you everything you need to know whether or not you'd like to purchase a long arm. If you'd like to buy one, I'll put a purchase link in the description box below. I'm Frank, that's the review. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay tactical.